Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to another episode in the Arabic series, lesson 25, and this is of level 1 Arabic. So as always, we start with the homework first. Bismillah. Exercise 1, the first exercise is always to read and write the sentences. So writing practice. أنا زرت صديقي جمال. I visited my friend Jamal. So this is in past tense. أنا رسمت دجاجة. I drew a chicken. أنا لعبت بالدراجة. I played with the bike. أنا ذهبت إلى بيت جدي. I went to my grandfather's house. أنا زرعت شجرة التفاحة. I planted an apple tree. Exercise 2 was to put the right word in the empty space. So we're using the I pronoun, so that's أنا. And we are looking for the past tense, because the present tense would be with the hamza at the beginning, but we have يطبخ, so أنا, there's a space الطعام, so there's يطبخ, طبخت, and تطبخ. If it was in the مضارع, it would have been أطبخ, but there's no أطبخ here, so it's all testing on the past tense. So here the correct word would be أنا طبخت الطعام, I cooked the food. أنا كتبت الدرس, I wrote the lesson. أنا سبحت في المسبح, I swam in the swimming pool. أنا رسمت لوحة, I drew a picture. أنا شربت العصير, I drank the juice. أنا مشيت سريعا, مشى يمشي is the verb to walk, so I walked fast. And أنا لعبت مع أخي, I played with my friend. Exercise was to rearrange the words correctly. So أنا زرت صديقي, أنا زرعت شجرة, أنا اشتريت ثوبا, I bought a garment. أنا كنت في الحج, I was in Hajj. And finally, أنا ذهبت إلى بيت جدي, I went to my grandfather's house. Exercise 4 was to put it the right word, and this is towards the end. We have Maria, who's saying أنا ذهبت إلى بيت جدي, is the right answer. الجد أنا زرعت شجرة في الحديقة. Umar, he says أنا زرت صديقي, I visited my friend. الجدة, the grandmother, says أنا اشتريت ثوبا جديدا. And الجار, the neighbor, he says أنا كنت في الحج. And Wasim finally says أنا لعبت بالدراجة. So that's it for the homework for last week's exercise. Again, as in the description on YouTube, you always can see the next exercise for next week. But in the meantime, let's continue with the lesson today. And as we've seen in the previous two lessons, we were looking at the pronoun I for the past tense, the madi, and the present tense, the mudari'. We will be doing more or less similar, but using now the we pronoun. So this is for the plural. So in the first, so this is the week, al-usbu'. So this is all these people speaking about what happens, how their week generally goes. So first we have Ahmed and Suleiman. Ahmed and Suleiman, نحن نشرب الحليب كل يوم. So instead of, we've seen yashrabu, which is for a single male person saying it, tashrabu for a single female person saying it, ashrabu is for the that single person himself saying it. In the I pronoun, I am drinking, so in present tense. Again, this is the mudari today. Nahnu nashrabu. So here we have noon, and that's for nahnu. So nahnu nashrabu, we are drinking the milk. We drink milk every day. Kulla yawmi. So the opposite of kulla is not opposite, but you also can use ba'da. So we have kulla and ba'da. Ba, ain, and dad. So kulla is every day, all, every day. Ba'da is some days. Maryam and Hafsa, they're saying نحن نتسلق الجبل كل أسبوع. So كل أسبوع, أسبوع is the week. So every week, what are they doing? نحن نتسلق. We are climbing, to climb. That is in the present tense, so it's climbing. We are climbing al-jabala, the mountain. every week. Ahmed wa Hafsa, so Ahmed and Hafsa, they say نحن we نتعلم, we learn. We learn the Arabic language. اللغة العربية. اللغة means language, and this is العربية. So we have English language, اللغة الإنجليزية. But here they are learning, we are learning the Arabic language every day. كل يوم. الأم والأب, the father and the mother, they say نحن نذهب, we go, to go, نذهب إلى العمل كل يوم, to work, إلى العمل. So they go to work every day. Ahmed wa Hafsa, they, and Sulaiman, Ahmed wa Hafsa wa Sulaiman, so three of them now, they're using نحن, we نلعب, we play. Again, noon at the beginning, نلعب, نتعلم, نتسلق, نشرب, نذهب. It's just when we use the we use noon at the front. نحن نلعب في الملعب كل أسبوع. We play in the playground every week. So we saw mal'ab as one of the episodes before. And finally we have al-ab wal-um wa Maryam wa Sulaiman. So now there's four people, and they say nahnu nakulu. Nahnu nakulu. We are eating al-asha kulla yawm. So we're eating dinner. So we have al-asha, dinner. As you can see, Isha is the night prayers at night, the last prayer at night. So Isha is again eating at that night time, so dinner. We have Al-Asha, we have Al-Futur, and that's breakfast. So Iftar comes from that. So you know when we break our fast, but not actually in the morning at sunset. This comes from the same fa, ta, and ra. So this is breakfast. Al-Futur. So you can say نحن نأكل الفطور كل يوم. Or we have Al-Ghada. Ghain, Dal, Alif, and Hamza. Right bottom. Al-Ghada, that's lunch. Ghada, lunch. Let's bring it back down there. Al-Ghada and Al-Futur. So those are the three times a day as we nowadays eat. So we have this all focused on nahnu, the we, pronoun for the plural. Again, first person. I and we are first person. We talk about ourselves. But nahnu, we are including others with us. So we're a group. And we have noon at the front. So normally with the mudari in present tense, we have only 4 letters that come at the beginning. So we've seen there's a ya. The word actually we use is anit. So sometimes we have the hamza, sometimes we have a noon, like now. Sometimes we have a ya, and sometimes we have a ta. So for nashrabu, we have ashrabu, nashrabu, yashrabu, tashrabu, and it depends on the different forms we're using. And that even multiplies into other things, and because the endings will change. But anit is the word we use, anit. And this is for the mudari. Al-mudari. Present tense. And finally, just an extra last thing I just want to bring in today is some light grammar. And if you've seen the jumla ismiya and fi'liya, the jumla ismiya starts with an ism, a noun, and the jumla fi'liya starts with a verb. So the noun sentence on the verb sentence, the verbal sentence. And we've seen in the previous episode, we have the mubtada and khabar. So for noun sentences, we have a al-mubtada and a khabar, the subject and the predicate. Al-khabar, al-mubtada, so we talk about some, sorry, it's the other way around. Subject and the predicate. Information about that subject. So al-muallim, the teacher. So this is about the teacher. What about the teacher? Jadidun is new. Just an example. So that's it's a noun, and well, it can be noun and noun, but it can be other things as well. But here at the moment, that's a noun, and again, that's a noun. In the verb sentences, when we have a verb sentence, we have a fi'l, that's verb. We have a fa'il, that's the doer of the verb, fa'il, and we have the maf'ul bihi. Maf'ul bihi, maf'ulun bihi, and that's the object done upon. So I'll give a example. We have nur, we have taqra, nurun, taqra, and we have al-Qur'an. So in this sentence we have Nur as the fa'il, she's the doer. What is she doing? The verb, she's doing taqra, she's reading. So Nur is reading, this is the present tense with the ta, from Anith, we have the ta there. Al-Qur'ana, so that's the object she's doing, she's reading upon. She's reading the Qur'an. Nur taqra al-Qur'an, Nur is reading the book, the Qur'an. We can sort it around, as I said, you can say taqra, Nur al-Qur'an. Another example, let's put them in its right places. So we have, let's just use taqra again. Taqra'u. Now I'm going to use nahnu. I'm just going to use a pronoun. Nahnu. It wouldn't be taqra then, it would be naqra. As you've seen in these ones. Nashrab, naqra. So this is naqra'u, that's a fi'l, that's a verb, to read. Nahnu, we are the ones doing it. Naqra'u, nahnu, al-Qur'ana. Although this doesn't sound right, actually this should be here, but I was just trying to put it into the right order. Nahnu naqra'u al-Qur'ana. We are reading the Qur'an. And finally, I'll use another example. So we have Kamal, Kamalun. Oh, I'm going to put it here this time. These are the dhamirs, they are more appropriate to go at the beginning. Kamal yaktub. And that's from, again, Anith, the ya part, this is for the male. So here's a single male. Yaktub. Yaktubu. Kamal yaktubu. Kamal is writing, it's present tense. What is he writing? Al-unwana. Kamal yaktubu al-unwana. Kamal is the doer, the fa'il. Yaktubu is the fi'l, the verb. And unwan is the maf'ul bihi. So generally when you have a verb, you see, okay, who is doing the verb, and you see what is the person doing with that verb, what is being done. Someone reading, writing, sitting. So here, Kamal yaktubu, he's writing the address. He's writing the address. Unwana is the address. And just final point, I will highlight it with this. Files are always in the dhamma state, and maf'ul bihis are always in the fatha state. So if you see here, we have the maf'ul bihi, the Quran, what is being read is the Quran. The unwan is being written. Here again, Quran. So this, you can see it's got a fatha. It hasn't got two, it's not tanween, so meaning because it has alif lam, you only use one. There's no alif lam, so we had unwanan, that would have been unwanan, we have no alif lam. Kamal is writing, Kamal yaktubu unwanan, an address. So it's not made specific. With alif lam we make it more specific. Kamal, make it definite. Kamal yaktubu al-unwana. So that is the grammar rule for maf'ul bihis, that they always are in that state. The fa'ils, the doers, are in the state of a dhamma, so they are always marfu'. And here are the fa'ils. So this is nur is the fa'il. I said nahnu, but it usually goes there. The dhamir have their own grammar rules. And kamal. So you can see kamal here and nur. They're in they have that. They have the dhamma, the tanween. Nurun and kamalun. So that was just some of the examples for this week's lesson, and inshallah we'll carry on next time. Jazakumullah khair.